Welcome to Her Ink Empire. I'm Justine Almaraz, and this is the podcast that redefines what's possible for you in the tattoo industry and in your tattoo education, not only in technical skills, but in business. This show is for fine artists, creatives, visionaries, artists of all kinds, even doodlers, who are ready to not just build a career, but a legacy. Here we merge mastery, freedom, and creative power to surpass the outdated industry norms, the outdated rules, and step fully into our creative power and roles as leaders in our communities. If you've ever felt like there has to be a better way, a better option to learn tattooing, to earn in this industry, and to lead in tattooing, you're in the right place. So let's build your empire, one bold, daring step at a time. Let's dive in. Welcome, Jamie. Thank you so much for being here on Her Ink Empire podcast. How's it going today?
Oh, it's awesome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So tell us where you're at in life and what you want people listening to know about who you are and what you're doing in the world.
I think right now I am kind of just past the beginning of a huge transitional point. I feel like this year has been a year to tackle a lot of things that I've been afraid of or ignoring or have kind of pushed off to the side for one reason or another. So it's been exciting and yet incredibly scary to take some of those first leaps. And I am enjoying it so much, even alongside that fear doesn't necessarily immediately go away. It creeps back in every so often, but I am feeling so inspired, continually inspired. So I feel like every time I kind of step a toe over that line of ooh, should I do this? It feels scary. And I actually make that step, inspiration kind of blossoms out of that. So I feel like I'm in a really exciting spot right now. As far as creativity goes, I'm creating a lot right now. I'm creating with my botanicals. I'm creating with art. And so it feels like it's all kind of coming around right now.
That's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you're doing it.
Running into that fall. Yeah. Love it.
Yeah. I think most people that are in our community, Earth Altar Studio community, are going to know you as the creator of the Magic Salve tattoo cream and soap that we've now been using. And it is a game changer. So I'd love to talk and hear about how that has formed, how you created this, and a little bit about your background in making.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so fun. First of all, I love making it. For me, it's one of my favorite times, just getting to focus on that. It's very much like a meditation for me. I go through quite a ritual of setting up the space and getting in the mindset to create. I'm a Reiki master. I deal with a lot of energy healing. So I put all of that energy into that. It's not just mixing ingredients together. It's a whole process for me when I do that. So I always feel really excited and honored when I get to make it. But it has been a journey to kind of get there. I am lucky to have two women in my life who introduced me to alternative healing methods and companion healing methods very early in my life. I have an aunt who is a massage therapist and an aunt who's an esthetician that grows her own rosehip oil and started teaching me about things like oils and pressure points and just different ways to solve some of the common issues that we have. Pain, anxiety, I was not blessed with fabulous sinuses. I get the worst allergies every year. So I always had that kind of like, you use this pressure point for this and use this kind of massage technique and use these oils. And so that's always been kind of in the background with me growing up. And I really kind of started, I think, being more curious as I was a teenager. And then probably about 15 years ago, I created a balm or salve for a friend of mine who had eczema. And I kind of just did it intuitively and started putting things together. And she loved it. And it took me about 8 years total, I think, to tweak it to the point where it is now. And I use it all the time. I use it for just about everything. And it's great. I love that I can do that. It started off for like skin conditions, and then I realized, oh, this is great for pain relief. And if I tweak it this way, I can take inflammation down. I can use it for wound care. I can use it, just as a great soothing practice. And the skin loves it. And I tweak it a little bit throughout each season. So it really adapts well to the environment and whatever our skin and body's needs are at that time.
That's my favorite part about what you do.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. So, what are the key ingredients that we need to know about that are in there?
So, I'm using a hemp oil that is very high in CBD, cannabinoids. They're really great, again, I double and triple up on the anti inflammatory. And trying to calm the skin and prepare the skin for whatever it's going to need to face. So having that kind of oil really helps. And it's something that I take straight from the flower and I decarbolize it myself. And decarbonization is just a process of heating it so the terpenes are coming out that are necessary for those healing properties. And I soak it in oils that are organic and really beautiful for the skin. Olive oil, coconut oil. They're really fantastic in helping to kind of pass those just surface layers of the skin and really seep in. That's one of my favorite ways of getting to the actual muscles too. So it's very relaxing if you're doing a lot of strenuous work. I first gave it to you because I knew you were using your hands all the time. It's like, this is a great thing if you are, if you have tired, sore muscles as well. But the healing properties for the skin, I think one of my favorite pieces of this and something that kind of evolved into the recipe is passionflower or passiflora incarnata. And it is absolutely beautiful. I actually grow it in my backyard. So you can't get any more local than that. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful piece of plant medicine. You can use it in multiple types of application. You can use it as a tea and drink it. And it would help anxiety and help raise GABA levels. So help to boost your cognition and your brain and central nervous system's ability to kind of calm and relax. And for the body, it's another beautiful way of helping with like an inflammatory response and helping to reduce that and calm the skin. That's probably my favorite part. But I layer and layer so many things. Sage, white sage, rose petals, chamomile, tulsi. These are just some of the things that are included. And all of those working together, it's just such a beautiful, I want this to feel like Mother Earth gave you a great big hug every time you use it. Bountiful gathering of what the earth has to offer us as far as not only natural skincare, but just total self-care. And that's kind of what I think of. And that's the kind of energy I like to pull into it as I'm creating. So yeah.
That richness is felt every time I open the jar and rub it between my hands. And I inhale deeply from it because it's such a soothing and rich scent that feels like that. Like it really feels like this is top quality. Like should be on the shelves of a secret apothecary skincare company, right? Like that you would create up in the wilderness, like up in the hills that's far to reach. And each bottle is $5,000 to $20,000. Like that's how it feels to me. It's so special.
Yeah, I love that it has just, it's beat every test I've put it against. Every time I'm like, I don't know if it'll work for this, but I'll try it. And it's like, it shows up and it raises its hand and it's like, I'm here, I'm ready to work. Where do you want me? Where should I be? And yeah, fantastic. I've used it on bug bites in the summer to like kill my mosquito bites. They love me. Guess I have sweet blood. I've used it for scarring, like old acne scars, and working in the garden and getting my hands chewed up, petting the cat, and getting a claw mark. I've used it for everything, and it has not disappointed me.
There's also arnica in it, right?
Yes, arnica is another oil that I've infused in it. Arnica is also really fantastic for not only healing, like again, helping with that kind of deep muscle relief. And I've created it in such a way where it is bioavailable. And so bioavailable just means open so that the body can receive it quicker into deeper areas of not only the skin, but like your bloodstream. So if you're using it for something like a pain relief, it's really getting in there and getting to where it needs to go to help get those properties kind of rolling. And yeah, definitely arnica is another, again, just kind of layering. I layered as much as I could with things that I knew would work well together, that wouldn't cancel each other out or fight against each other, things that would hold hands and be friends in the plant community, to make this as all-encompassing and one-stop possibly could, because I hate using 8 million different things. Me personally, if I have to have 6 jars of something, I won't use them all. I'll find one and I'll use one, and then I will forget that the rest exist. So if it all has to be like, on these days I have to use this one, and on this time, this time of the evening I have to use that. No, it needs to work all the time, at any time, any day, for anything I need it to work for. I love that. I love that about it.
I do too. And we've been using it on our face and noticing like such a brightness in our complexion, especially for men. I notice too. It illuminates their face in such a rich, beautiful way. And it's healing people's tattoos so quickly.
Yes. When I first used it, I used it for mine, and I was kind of shocked, actually. Within the first week, it was like, wow, like healing that's like happened and went in like a day. And I was like, that's never happened before. That's crazy. I love that. That's fantastic. And makes them so bright.
Mm-hmm.
Like keeps them looking nice and fresh. Color loves it. And I haven't seen any sort of like, no after like scarring, kind of like raised skin, anything. I think that a lot, that probably has to do with the studio as well. But like looking at like previous tattoos that my husband has had and things like that, and looking at how with his most recent tattoo, it just took all of the inflammation down so quickly. And it was nice to watch that in somebody else too. So it's great to hear that everybody is loving it and that it's working great for you. I love that.
Mm-hmm. Love that too. Yeah, thank you. So good. I noticed you have different size jars and applications of it on your website now. And so it's accessible now for others.
Yes.
You want to speak about like the different forms you've made?
Yeah, and I've been playing around with a few other things recently too, because the oil itself is so amazing. So generally, I put it into a balm form. So when it's in a balm, it has some beeswax in it. That's what's kind of giving it that kind of luxe, mass, creaminess. It makes it more of a solid, which is a little bit easier to like take around with you. And if you need to throw a small one in your purse and have it on the go or have it in your pocket, it's a little bit easier to keep in that form. But I have found that it also works great as an oil. I started using the oil for my face. You do have to, if it gets in the colder months, you do have to warm it up because it has other oils in it that will start to get a little harder at below room temperature. So that oil is great because it seeps in so quick. So if I'm doing like a face routine or something, as soon as I get out of the shower, I put a few drops on my hands, rub it in, rub it on my face, like it's in. And I can pretty much go immediately and start putting on my makeup. I don't have to wait because it soaks in so well. I've also created like a little stick. So another fun, like on the go. So that one is going to have the beeswax in it too. So I figured, especially for guys, because they tend not to like to carry a lot. So if you need to put it in your gym bag or something and have it for on the go, that's a fun way to use that. Super easy. And then my two favorite things right now are bath salts and the sugar scrub. The bath salts are something that I've been doing for myself for a long time because I love to take nice deep Epsom salt baths. Like that's great. It's a perfect way to ground. I am an empath. I take on all the things all day long. So when I need to ground out and have like a really good chill, just me, myself, and I, and my cozy little space, I put the bath salts in, and that is such a beautiful soak. And it's great, especially for tired muscles. So if you're having a hard time and kind of have like that all over, and you're like, what am I going to do? Am I going to like dip myself in the jar? Like, how is this going to happen?
Yeah.
Salts are a great way to
That's
do that.
so cool.
And the scrub is fantastic, especially right now in the summer months. I get really dry, really, really dry. And so just kind of scrubbing on the skin and like letting that, and it's a beautiful organic sugar, just chef's kiss. Love it. And your skin is so soft, like so buttery soft.
Nice. Oh, I'm going to have to try those.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so happy you're taking your business to the next level. How has that process been for you?
That has been really interesting. It's hard because it's so much my baby that I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to, like, so part of me is like, just want to share it in just these spaces, but it's so good. I can't keep it to myself. I need other people to try it. And I'm so ecstatic when I get all of these fabulous reports back that, skin issues are cleaning up, and that, long time health issues like sore muscles, rheumatoid arthritis, things like that are getting so much better because they're using this. So yeah, I can't keep it to myself anymore. And the building of the website and things like that, that's the part that you never want to do because it's tedious. It takes a long time. So yeah, it's nice to kind of have that kind of just, I've leaped over that now and it's well on its way. So it'll continue to be a work in progress. But yeah, I'm glad that I finally took this step to do that. The part I always hate.
I know. I try to get into like an energy where I feel or only do it when I can get into an energy and feel excited about it.
Yeah.
So
that's really helpful.
Right, like try to create like little tricks or things I want to launch or a new thing, and then that helps me get excited about updating that stuff. Yeah. You know, something that when you first gave me the cream to test, I didn't have a tattoo that I was healing, so I started using it just like around my under eyes and then around my eyes to kind of like, when I get out of the shower, I just put cream on and then I kind of take off any extra makeup. And for about a year and a half, I had this little white raised dot. I don't know what it was. It wasn't really a skin tag, but it was more just like this white raised bump on my eye. And like you couldn't pop it. I couldn't get it off, and it hurt when I would like try to pick at it or get it off. And after a couple weeks, or maybe it was just like a week and a half of using that, it disappeared. Like it fell off.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool. That is so cool.
I'm so glad. I thought it was going to be something. I thought it was going to be something I was going to have to get removed, professionally or something. Nope. You just need this cream for everything.
Right?
One cream for everything.
That is my favorite part. And I'm pretty much like head to toe bathed in it. So like if I'm getting hangnails, it's like, oh, I need to put some in my hands. Like I need to focus that. If my elbows are dry or my heels are dry, put a little extra there. And so like even when I don't have anything major going on, it's like, yeah, we can still put this to good use. There's always something. There's always something that can use it.
Yeah, awesome. You sent me a photo once of it looked like in the bowl as you were creating it, and it looked like this delicious herbal soup.
Right.
It was so stunning.
I've been taking pictures of it pretty much from the beginning. Almost every time I make a batch, I take pictures of it. And part of me is like, what are you doing? This is ridiculous. It's the same thing. And it's like, but it's so pretty. Yeah. I've never seen anything like that. Like, I don't even take, like, I'm a foodie, but I don't take food pictures really. But I will take pictures of this every time I make it because it's so gorgeous in the bowl. I love seeing all of the herbs just soaking in all of that amazingness. And that picture is up on the website too.
Oh,
recently
good.
It's up on the website. I love that you get to actually see it like in process.
Yeah, I do too. That takes it to a whole nother level because normally no one ever gets to see that part, Jamie, what is your website and best ways for someone to get in touch with you, to order some? I know you do like custom orders too.
I know some people go through it really quickly, so they like larger amounts, and I can accommodate that. I am on Shopify, so it is the Everyday Empathecary, and I believe it's myshopify.com. There's a bunch of backslashes. I sent you some information, so I don't know if you can post that in your notes, but
it'll be in the notes.
That might be an easy way to click on it until I get the website actually registered.
And you started just Shopify. Perfect. And you started an Instagram account for this too, right?
I did. It's not super active right now because I'm super active doing other things right now. But as soon as I get an opportunity, I have some really fun things to post. So.
Yeah. And what's the Instagram handle?
It is also, I believe, the Everyday Empathecary.
Okay.
The Everyday Empathecary.
So you first came to see me years ago at the original Eagle Rock Earth Altar Studio, and we did a white tattoo on your back. And then you've been back a few more times.
I have been so excited to find you.
Oh.
Tattooing to me is another level of that kind of sacred, meditative space for me. So the same as how I love to enjoy like the process of creating the bomb. Tattoo for me is like that for major milestones in my life. So I was so excited to see someone, especially another woman, creating a beautiful sacred space where something that I feel is a very sacred process can be done in a way that is so honoring to the individual who's getting the tattoo, and I think honoring just the space that you created. It was such an amazing and transformative experience. I know that first tattoo with you really kind of pushed me forward in making some decisions and some plans to do several things that were absolutely life changing for me. And coming back, so amazing. The energy is so different from what you would expect in a tattoo shop. This is not your average tattoo studio. This is like a sanctuary where really beautiful art is being co-created and applied in a way that honestly I've never seen anything or felt anything like that. And it's just as sacred and beautiful to me as working with plant medicines or doing any other sort of spiritual process. And for me, that's exactly what it is. I love being in the studio space with you. It feels so warm and inviting, and just I feel incredibly held in a very safe space when I'm there. So even when it's something that I'm like, ooh, I really want to get this, but am I sure I want to get that? It's like, yeah, because I have Justine.
Oh,
And I can definitely like let go and relax. And yeah, it's a beautiful experience.
thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you. Thank you
That's
for being
so kind of you to share. Yeah. It is divinely guided. That is all the creator coming through. Brings me to tears often, actually, to be able to do this work for you, for others. And I feel that the creams you make are that way too. And it lines up and feels like you get to have this really vulnerable, sacred, loving experience. And then you get to continue that on with the nurturing of yourself as you're healing your tattoo with this other magical healing cream that is made from the same love and intentions. And it feels like a perfect way to seal the whole experience and from start to finish. What a cool collaboration actually we are doing for people, whether we were conscious of it or not, you know. Thank you.
Part of it. I'm so honored to be a part of the studio in that way and to have the opportunity to help others and be just a small part of that journey for someone else. That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jamie, for all that you're creating in the world and sharing with the world and all the different forms that you do create. And thank you for your courage in building your business with this cream that is healing people from the outside in. It's really powerful. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being on the podcast too.
So exciting. Yay. Love it.
Thank you so much for listening and being a part of Her Ink Empire. Remember, this is only the beginning. Your empire is already unfolding. Until next time, stay bold, stay aligned, and stay true to you as you build your artistic legacy.